my YouTube channel. It's your girl Pearl, and I'm a Cameroonian YouTuber based in Edmonton. If this is your first time on my channel, I do film videos on faith, motherhood, and lifestyle. So grab a glass of wine, a cup of coffee, or a glass of juice, and cheers to life. Yeah. So today we're actually going to be doing the first trimester update. I'm going to be telling you guys my first trimester experience. And we're going to be doing it in the form of a mukbang. Yes, so in front of me on this platter, if you're Cameroonian, this is bobolo, which you obviously know. For those who don't know, this is cassava wraps. Cassava that was processed cassava wraps. Yes, the grammar plenty. This is soya, beef soya, and this is a goosey pudding. Melon seeds for Nigerian, so I don't know how to explain for the others. Melon seeds, blended melon seeds put with spices, almost like the way you make moi moi. Yes, a goosey pudding, and I have pepper sauce, and I have the suya pepper, and I have our almighty Gino. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is Gino cocktail. I already poured myself a glass. And a glass of water. So, setting, I'm in my kitchen, actually sitting back in my fridge. Let's get on with the gist. So, when I found out I was pregnant, when did I find out I was pregnant? I'm going to attach photos, if I can even find the photos any longer. Or maybe short clip. I think I did some short clip videos. Can't remember. So I found out I was pregnant sometime in the month of September. Yeah. And it wasn't any fancy is there ever a fancy way of finding out you're pregnant? Well, nothing from the ordinary. I was actually talking to a couple of people. I was talking to a friend. It was a family friend, yeah. I was talking to a family friend, and she's a nurse. I was complaining about rather feeling too lazy of late and not just being able to get through to some things. And then she said, "Are you sure you're not pregnant?" I said, "I just saw my period. Normally my period lasts for very long time. Like if it comes, it lasts long. And I hadn't seen my period." Yeah. No, I had seen my period, sorry. I'd seen my period, but then it came for about 2 days and then went away. So I told her I was just from seeing my period. So it's impossible for me to be pregnant. And then she said people do get pregnant. People are pregnant and they still see their cycle, like they still experience a period or a menstrual cycle. It happens in very few women. And I know a cousin of mine that has been her case. So it wasn't surprising to me. But the girl was not sure that she was pregnant at the time. I wasn't sure for so many reasons. I'd been praying for a baby. Yeah. Story for another day. I'd actually been praying for a baby. I'd been praying to conceive. Story for another day though. Yeah. So, but at that time, I didn't just think that I would be pregnant. Yeah. There are a lot of factors. The fact that I saw my period, it didn't even click to me that the period came just for 2 days. The fact that I'd seen my period, and then I knew that if I'm pregnant, I would know I'm pregnant. So I didn't think I was pregnant. So she advised me to go take a home test. I was reluctant. Yes. You know when you're not sure of something and you don't just want to do it, not because you've been asked to do it. You don't just want to do it because you've been asked to do it or to just feed your curiosity, but you don't just want to do it at all. I didn't really want to take the test. So I didn't have a pregnancy test kit at home. I had my ovulation test kit, and I told her, I'm like, I didn't even have a pregnancy test kit, just to make her like forget about it because she was on the phone and she wanted to wait for me to do it. I didn't want her to talk about it any longer, so I just told her I don't have a pregnancy kit at home. And then I said, and then I went and I had to tell her I have just my ovulation kit, and she said, you could actually know from your ovulation kit if you're pregnant. I'm like, anyways, let's try it. I did it and it came out 2 lines. I wasn't convinced. I think I tried the second ovulation kit test. No, I didn't. I told her that it was positive. It showed 2 lines, and then she was jubilating and saying, "Oh, congrats! You're pregnant! You're pregnant!" I wasn't sure. I told her to wait. Let me go to the pharmacy and get a proper test kit. The pharmacy is just like a 2 or 3 minute drive away from my house. So I went to the pharmacy. Got to the pharmacy, bought a kit, but then didn't get the digital kit. I got the kit that if it's positive, you have to see the positive sign, addition sign. And so, getting back to the house, using that one, the line on top of it was very faint. I'm like, I'm not pregnant though. She's like, oh, if it comes out like that, you're pregnant. I said this could be a fake positive. She said, you can easily have a fake negative, but not a fake positive. So I was jubilating there with her. Oh, I'm happy. She said, congratulations, you're pregnant, and blah, 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 blah. And that was it. But then curiosity will not leave this child. I went and got a digital test that same day. And I was pregnant. Called my mom, called my spiritual leader, Mama Ruth. I cried on the phone. Oh, Mama Ruth will understand why I cried. Yes. Called my mom. I was so happy. And then called my 2 crazy best friends. Called Ju, called Pam. And blam, I'm pregnant. Called my sister. Yes. Auntie Chloe. We jubilated together. Happy. I went over to her house that day. Just random, and that was fun. Now, the following week, I went to the hospital and did a proper blood. I went to my doctor, did a proper blood test, and I was pregnant. Started giving me appointments, put me on prenat, the prenatal vitamin, and yeah, it got rolled on. Fast forward into 8 weeks into pregnancy. See, they don't tell you people everything about this thing. Our mothers need to come back again. We need to actually give them a slap. Yes, we need to wire them a little bit because they didn't tell us what this pregnancy thing entails. I think pregnancy is actually different with every other person. It varies, baby to baby, person to person, and all that. So fast forward 8 weeks into pregnancy, I started throwing up. Throwing up uncontrollably. I couldn't keep saliva in my mouth or even swallow. I need to have a bucket close to me. I couldn't drink water. I couldn't eat food. I kept deteriorating from the bubbly person I was to shadow of myself. I had to stop work because I could not see. I could not even wake up again in the mornings. I couldn't find sleep at night. I became very restless. And I don't know. Everything changed for me. I had to go to my sister's place. I could no longer live in the house. Yeah, unattended to. Yes. Let's go back to my sister's place. Her kids were awesome. They did an awesome job. They'll come back from school. Auntie, have you eaten? Auntie, make sure. Like, those kids really kept me busy. Then for the younger one, that one was a handful, but then he kept me busy, kept me active. So, well, it was a roller coaster for me. I went from being this bubbly person to actually being a stuck-up kind of person. I was always in the room, didn't want light, didn't want any phone calls, wasn't talking to people. Throwing up just like that, not being able to eat, taking medications to help me not to throw up, rushing to emergency from time to time, to the ER from time to time, because I was super dehydrated. If you saw me at the time, when people are pregnant and gaining weight, sister in the Lord was losing weight. I weighed less than my niece. My 10, and she's 10, she's almost 10, right? I weighed less than she was weighing. I was about 42 kg. I kept going down and down. My blood I had a very low blood pressure. See, it was not an easy first trimester. Even got to a point where there was a day I got temporarily paralyzed from my waist to my legs. It was numb. I couldn't feel anything. They hit my legs with all kinds of things I was not feeling. I just knew that they were hitting my leg. Pinched me all sorts of ways. Pressed my leg with hot water. Nothing. Leg had gone on strike. I was just on that floor, on the carpet, like that for hours. Then my sister had to massage, my sister and my niece had to massage my leg, massage. Stayed for a while, helped me to stand up, walked with me a little bit. Like I had to walk now with aid. And then my legs started coming back. And or whatnot. So it was really a very troublesome period for me. I didn't really fancy pregnancy at that time. I didn't fancy anybody going through that situation at that time. I cried most of my night. At times I felt like giving up, but thanks to the support of my parents, yes, my parents were my super support. My sister was super supportive. My brother, oh my God, I really do love him. Like, he came out there. My sister-in-law was pregnant at the time, so she didn't have those symptoms. My sister too said she didn't have those symptoms when she was pregnant, so what I was going through was kind of strange to everybody. So it was just people being there to support me during that period. Give me some. My mom will wake up. When she wakes up at about 5 a.m., she'll have to talk to me, just keep me going till I fall asleep. At times, my brother would join her and they would talk to me. It wasn't easy though, but I enjoy the pains. See, this is the one thing that I'm not going to trade for anything. I enjoy all those pains though. I really do. It was a painful experience, but I do enjoy it. First trimester, I think you should just prepare your mind. When you get pregnant, just prepare your mind and prepare yourself. Try to be active. Drink a lot of water. It's not easy, but you have to force it. At some point in time, I had to start forcing water. Even my sister got me beetroots. I had to start doing like substitute for like ways I could get water. I enjoyed oranges during my first term. Like everything could not go through, but oranges will go through. Oranges and watermelons. So take a lot of fruits or substitutes that could give you the liquid your body requires at that time. So you should avoid dehydration, because my blood pressure dropped drastically. It became a problem. I had a very low blood pressure, and also I became very anemic. But then at that point, I couldn't get it. Like, they couldn't give me any iron tablets because it would just the throwing up would just go on another level. I even had to stop my prenatal vitamins. So, like I said, pregnancy varies from woman to woman and baby to baby. I may have this right now with this baby, and then maybe the next pregnancy is different. I may have an all smooth pregnancy where I don't even throw up for a day. Yes, I got to a point where I was just one day at a time. Like just take the day at a time, and it's going to pass very fast. Like before I knew it, first trimester was over, second trimester came, the vomiting subsided. Uh, vomiting subsided. Uh, I could now eat. I could now like crave things. I didn't have cravings in my first trimester. Sister was on a no craving zone. I didn't have cravings at all, like because I couldn't even eat, so there was no craving. Well, how far gone am I? I'm in my last week of my second trimester, so second trimester is over this week, and I'm having a boy. Yes, I'm having a baby boy. I'm going to be having a baby boy. Baby is going to be coming by the end of May. Yeah, if he wants to delay, first week of June. How did I tell my family and my friends? Family, direct family, like my mom knew first, and very first day. My dad knew later, and that was because I think he got surprised because I was sick. And then my dad had to know because I talk to my parents every day. My parents and I can stay on the phone for 3 hours, especially my mom and I. So my family is very close knit. My sister-in-laws, my brothers, we're very close with my nieces and nephews. So I think my brother, I told my brother, yeah, I told my brother after that, like probably a week after I found out, or the very week I found out, sometime later in the week, I told my brother. My oldest brother only got to find out from me telling my sister-in-law and us just discussing with my mom. I didn't call him. Yes. The other ones who knew from my parents that I was pregnant, and yeah, that's how it was. For my friends, like I said, my best friends, my frutambos knew from the day one, and then my very close. I have this bond with some three very good friends of mine. My Pocky Youngs, my these girls. I don't know what to say to them, but these three girls, they are here in Canada with me, and I really do appreciate them. So they were also in from the very beginning, from day one. But for every other person, I think it was practically when I was sick, for those who knew. And then to now the general public was just like 2 weeks ago. Yes, when I posted the 6 months baby photo shoots. I posted the pictures, that's when people got to know I was pregnant. But then some people were suspecting because I'll do videos and post on my story, like my WhatsApp status, and I have just stopped. And then you notice my neck is darker than my face. At some point in time, my nose had become, and then my face was getting fat. It's just now that my fingers and feet are getting all swollen up and everything. So that's how my family and friends got to find out. Yeah. Apart from that, what apps am I using to track my pregnancy? I use the Flow app and the Baby Center. Very educative. There are groups there where like pregnancy groups, birth months, according to your like the period you're going to be giving birth. Yeah, there are little groups. You ask questions. I did see people who share a couple of similarities with my situation, and it was good for me. Have I purchased any maternity pieces or baby related items? I started buying baby stuff already. I started in January. Started buying baby things. But for my maternity stuff, for me, like for the mom, no. But for baby, I started doing baby shopping, and baby's registry is up. Mm, yeah. What am I most nervous or excited about? For this pregnancy, what am I most nervous about? I just want baby to be fine. Yes, I know. I just want baby to be fine. And first trimester was really hard on me. So all of that, I don't know. Mm, all of that really got me down. But and I kept worrying, is the baby okay? I kept going for multiple ultrasounds. That's another thing. If you're not feeling too good in your first trimester, and you, in fact, throughout your pregnancy, there's something that you're scared of, don't sit home and listen to people. Go to your doctor. Yes, I can't recall the number of times I disturbed my doctor. I can't recall the number of times I went to the ER. But all in all, my doctor told me during my last prenatal that he's so happy that I communicate that way. Like, I want to see if I don't feel this baby move. I cry. Yes, I've cried. I cried. I called my mommy. I cried seriously, and I called the doctor, and the doctor immediately sent me for an ultrasound. And he says it all the time. You're not good. Don't stay home. If something is disturbing you, call us. If we're closed up, go to the ER. If you cannot go there yourself, call the ambulance. You need help. So be sure to always check yourself and your baby. And if you feel any kind of weird way, report to your doctor. Don't hear from people. Oh, okay. All in a doctor for the aside. What am I most excited about? Just excited that baby is going to be coming, and actually this, I'm actually having a human in me. Yeah, I'm excited that God chose me to carry this beautiful belly. Yeah, to carry this beautiful baby, to bring this beautiful baby to life. Yes. Gender, it's a boy. Morning sicknesses. The morning sicknesses were the throwing up and all whatnot. Cravings. Let me tell you, I started having cravings by in second trimester. We'll talk about that in second trimester update. Let's not go higher than our shadow. I said first trimester update. That's first trimester update. And I'm not done with this food. Obviously, sure that I'm going to finish this up after this video because I'm a very slow eater. This mukbang, I don't know if this was mukbang or me just showing you guys that there was food in front of me. I don't know, but practically because I can't talk and eat, I prefer just talking. So if you love this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and obviously turn on your post notification bell. And if you have any pregnancy related questions, your girl is here. You have my Instagram. You can DM me. You have my email in the description box. You can send me an email. You have my Facebook. Or you can just write down in the comment section. And let's share ideas. People, what do you think? What was your own experience if you're a mom already? Or if you're a mom to be? I see very amazing photos of people going through their pregnancy. They post it up on, like, people I know on Instagram, and I'm so happy for them. Happy that we're all going through this journey right now. And I don't fail to ask them questions like, did you, and that's one thing that happened to me during my first trimester. I went to all the people that, like, resources. I made good use of my resources. I asked questions. Have you gone through this thing? What was your option? What did you do? I made sure I asked questions. So don't forget to ask your questions. If you have any concerns, or if you're trying to conceive, well, the video of maybe trying to conceive or how to help you guys with all of that, maybe I'm going to do that sometime. But until then, it's your baby girl, Miss Pearl, and thank you guys for sharing this my platter with me, my Gino. Until we meet.